Previous winner here at Chester was the 9-4 on favourite.
Through to his right hand there. Always esteemed is on his outside. Private Charter for Barry Hills in third place. And finally, Kris Kin. Running down the back straight then. And still the odds-on favourite making the running here. Big Bad Bob as they head to the last 3.5 furlongs. He's asked just to stretch again now by Kieran. Always esteemed is bustled along in second. Private Charter still travels quite nicely in third, however. And then a couple of lengths to Kris Kin, who's been last all the way. Rounding the final turn, Big Bad Bob trying to up the ante again here. Always Esteemed seems in trouble. Private Charter just nipping round the inside now, still going pretty well in the hands of Michael Hills. He's about to pull out and mount a challenge. Big Bad Bob still piling on the pressure. Kris Kin runs on from the rear. Down the straight, Big Bad Bob. It's hard work for the favourite. And here's Kris Kin with a big stride down the outside. Last place to first and swoops past Big Bad Bob. And it's Kris Kin, lightly raced. An improver wins the Dee Stakes, going away. Big Bad Bob.
And that nasty jinking after the line, Fergal Lynch possibly a little premature in his celebration, landed on his feet perfectly okay, and also Kris Kin was perfectly okay, although punters were probably left scratching their heads because Kris Kin was returned a big price here at 20-1 for Fergal Lynch and Sir Michael Stout, the outsider of...
At 25-1, 50-1, bar those. Ready for the Vodafone Derby. They're ready, and they're racing. Away to a fairly good start too. On the outside, the Great Gatsby is one of the first away with Dutch Gold there, very vying for the early lead. Alberto Giacometti is up there in the early stages from Ballastrini and Magistretti. Further back on the inside then is Refused to Bend from Lundy's Lane. Right in centre field is Kris Kin. Shield got a slight check there and dropped back very sharply. On the inside of runners there is Let Me Try Again, has got right up on the inside of Brian Baru as they now start to angle over towards the inside. Unigold is behind them, followed further back in the field by Franklin's Gardens. They're followed by Prince Nureyev and Summerland as well, back with Grykos and Strength and Honour. Right out the back at this stage is Norse Dancer as they sort themselves out and race up towards the mile in the Derby. They're going like the wind in front. It's the Great Gatsby and Dutch Gold together. They're about 2 lengths to Alberto Giacometti and Brian Baru. Ballastrini is starting to move up as well. 2 lengths to Refuse to Bend, who's just behind them. They're followed next in the field by Kris Kin and Franklin's Gardens as well. Lucky Lundy's Lane is there as well. A couple of lengths to Grykos, followed by Strength and Honour and Unigold as they continue their climb from Shield. Magistretti's back in the field as well, but on the inside it's the Great Gatsby from Dutch Gold. Alberto Giacometti in behind them. They're followed a little bit wider out by Ballastrini. In behind them is Brian Baru from Lundy's Lane and then they Refuse to Bend. Further back in the field then Franklin's Gardens, who's trapped out a bit wide with a noseband. In behind them Kris Kin as they charge down to Tattenham Corner. Further back in the field then is Shield, who's in the centre of runners as they come now towards Tattenham Corner. They've got 3.5 furlongs left to run in the Derby, and on the far side the Great Gatsby and Dutch Gold fighting it out from Ballastrini. Behind them Alberto Giacometti is coming under pressure now as they straighten up for home. Then on the outside a Lamb Shah's coming from a mile back. Then Kris Kin the inside from Refuse to Bend, and they've kicked away now as they race up now with just under 2 furlongs left to travel. The Great Gatsby goes for home for Pat Edry, the oldest rider in the race. Ballastrini out after him from Dutch Gold. Here's Kris Kin. Norse Dancer down the outside with a Lamb Shah. The Great Gatsby falling in a hole with a half furlong to go. Kris Kin coming at him strongly. A Lamb Shah right down the outside with Norse Dancer. Kris Kin gets the lead, and Kris Kin has won the Derby. Kris Kin has won the Derby for Kieran Fallon. The far side, Great Gatsby second, and Lamb Shah is third. Behind them is Ballastrini from Norse Dancer. They're followed by Dutch Gold. A long last is Prince Nureyev. Nureyev is last. The winner, though, is number 9, Kris Kin. Kris Kin is the winner, ridden by Kieran Fallon. What a rider he is. Second, officially now, number 19, the Great Gatsby, owned by Mrs. John Magda. trained by Aidan O'Brien and ridden by Pat Edery. And third, number 1, Alam Shah, owned by His Highness the Aga Khan, trained by John Oxford, ridden by Johnny Murtagh. Fourth is number 13, Norse Dancer, owned by Jeff Smith, trained by David Ellsworth, ridden by Richard Quinn. That's
£7.40 on the tote, so it's just over, nearly 30-2 on the tote. Beats the Great Gatsby, a 20-1 chance for Edery. Alam Shah, 4-1, some people on each way, especially anti-post each way.